Hi, this is Simon Leung. Welcome back to Groove at Any Time, where we can be on at any time, on any day, talk about anything and with anybody. But unfortunately, it is just me here today. So I'm sorry if you are disappointed, but that's just the way that it's going to be. Now, of course, we're on at any time. So it's quite a surprise for me as well because I originally wasn't planning on going live today, but things happen, things change. We got some announcements for you. And so definitely stay tuned on some exciting things that may be coming up. So as the year is winding down, I don't know if you can believe it, but we're actually only 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away from the end of the year. And usually what the end of the year usually means is that it's going to be very busy, it's going to be very hectic. And this year, despite all the changes that have been happening over the past several months, in fact, 12 months now, I think that it is not surprising that it's always going to be very busy for us as well. Now, as I just mentioned, I wasn't originally planning to go live today. I do have another one of my webinars going on later on tonight. It's not every day you will see me fix my hair, and sometimes every once in a while you'll see me wear a shirt or a polo shirt that has my company brand on there, but that's because we have other things going on. And initially it wasn't the plan, but as I mentioned, we got a huge announcement later on in this presentation. And so as a result, this week we're actually going to have our very last final Groove Sales webinar of the year. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I recommend that you watch our previous Groove at Anytime sessions to get much of a better idea. And in addition, I'll also share a little bit more in terms of what that means later on here today as well. Now, originally, this sales webinar is supposed to be until the end of the year. However, as I mentioned, you have some, and I'm not just going to be talking too much about that because Mike is actually going to be sharing more about that later on this week. But what this means for many of us is that today we're going to be talking about what we call the final stretch. Okay, so if you're here and you're watching us, I'm seeing a lot of different errors that's happening in StreamYard. So if you can, please let me know if you're able to see me, if you're able to hear me. I see Trader Rob saying first, and usually when Rob is the first to comment, the last time that he was the first to comment, he told me that he wasn't able to hear me and the audio was down. And so this actually brings back some horrific, different things going on technologically. So if you're able to see me, if you're able to hear me, please say hi. Let me know your location, where you're at, the time that you are sharing with us, so that you can actually come in and say hi. Okay, so I'm just going to keep talking for just a short while until I see some comments so that I know that you're actually with me. Because again, what I'm seeing on StreamYard is a couple of errors saying that it's not loading or it's not working on Facebook or some other things. Okay, so regardless, hopefully the recording is working fine. Once we get the recording, if there's anything that doesn't work, we will just re-upload the replay for you. So no worries there. All right, so but in the meantime, if you are here, please do let me know and so we can continue. All right, now going on and moving along and talking a little bit more about the webinars. If you don't know what they are, basically they happen every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, or at least those are the times that were scheduled to be. However, when you have that, it basically is an opportunity for us to help you. It's designed to assist you in the affiliate system. It's designed for us to help you present for you and maybe even make sales for you as well. So if this is the first time you're even hearing about it, well, the good news is we do have one more that is scheduled for you this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time in the US. For me, it's 9 a.m. the next day. So it's going to depend on you where you are on whether or not it's going to be a certain time zone. Okay, so my question to you is, have you been using these webinars? Or maybe have you been attending them? If you have, type in a yes in the comments. If not, type in a no so that we know whether or not this is helpful to you or whether or not you've been leveraging on it. But seeing that this coming week, in just about 2 days' time, this is going to be the last one that we're going to be doing for all of 2020. As I mentioned in the description of this video, there is only one last final webinar of 2020, and this one will be it. So let's plan to make it a big one. If you are involved, have been involved, or intend to be involved, now is the time, because we want to make sure that you are taking full advantage of everything that we are doing for you. And so this is going to be absolutely amazing for those of you who want to take part of it. So it's great. I'm starting to see a little bit more of the comments coming in just a short while. I will give you a quick walkthrough how you can actually use it, what it's all about, so that if you're watching us for the very first time, you don't actually miss out on all of that. All right, so Trader Rob is saying a little signal issue, but still understand you 98%. Well, that's way better than understanding just 1% or 0%. Thank you, Rob, for that confirmation. Roy is saying sometimes your sound is breaking up in USA, Kentucky. Video is good. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. I think because I saw some errors in StreamYard, maybe there is some type of a connection problem, and it's not uncommon when we're dealing with technology, especially live streaming across multiple platforms and multiple channels and multiple pages and groups, that sometimes the technology can't handle it. And so, regardless, I'm glad that Roy is confirming sound is doing better now. Hopefully, during the actual recording of the replay, it will be a little bit better. And if it is a big difference in comparison, we can always upload the replay and see how that works. Okay, Rob is saying all good now, probably just a solar flare. 2:18 a.m. I recall you mentioned, Mr. Rob, that you only sleep intermittently about 1 or 2 hours here and there. So 2:18 a.m. is quite early. Glad that you're able to join us. Thank you for spending your time here. Roy is saying yes, all good now. Trader Rob is saying yes. Roy is saying this is your first time. So congratulations and welcome to your first time, so to speak. So for Roy and for anybody who is joining us here for the first time, I want to share with you how you can take advantage of the webinars, not just the one that we're going to be doing in just about 1 or 2 days from now, but also when we plan to relaunch it next year. There's also going to be a lot more additional cool things that we want to be doing for you. And so I want to make sure that you, of course, are prepared as much as you can be. So really quickly, I am going to share with you my screen, and I want to divert your attention to groovejv.com. Again, that's groovejv.com. If you're not familiar with groovejv.com, it is basically the page where you, as affiliates, will always get the latest and greatest information about what is coming up next when it comes to all the different promotions. So now, as you can see, as we end towards the end of the year, as we start to creep in closer towards the end of the year, there is now yet another promotion. Okay, so right here, when you go to groovejv.com, which you can see very clearly on the screen right now, it says save the date, December 18th to the 31st. There will indeed be another attention grabbing type of promotion that you as affiliates should be focusing on. So instead of focusing your attention promoting my weekly webinar, now because we have this promotion going on, you should be focusing on this instead. And so I highly recommend that you pay very close attention in terms of what we're actually going to be saying. Of course, at any given time, you can come to groovejv.com and read all about it. Mike also has a video over here that shares with you a little bit more, but from what I understand, there will be some additional information by Mike himself that will get announced very, very soon. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully within the next few days at some point. This is something that I believe would be tremendously exciting for all of us. As you scroll down, you will see a little bit more about the whole Groove JV program all on its own. But what I want to do right now is if you scroll down and you're logged in, as you can see right here, I am logged in. That is why it says log out, because I am logged in. In order for you to see these promotion tools right here, you need to be logged in, okay? The moment that you are logged in, you will see a series of different promotional tools right here. Pretty soon, as you can see over here, the 12-18 promotional tools will be available soon, which means that look for it within the next 12 to 24 hours. I presume it will be up and running already. But in the meantime, since we're still talking about the webinar, okay, what I want you to do, if you again don't know already, this is where you can find your affiliate link to promote the weekly webinars. Go to where it says links. And right down here, you will see Groove Funnels live webinar. Okay, Groove Funnels live webinar. Once you are here, what I want you to do is to take a look at this link right here. Okay, this is your affiliate link. Now, this is your affiliate link, which means that when you take people to this link, which means that this is the link that you're going to promote, this will actually take your visitors to the registration form for our weekly webinars. And so as a result, once you are here, or once they are here, they will be able to see a list of dates. Again, initially we were scheduled to go through the rest of the year, but unfortunately, because of the new promotion that is coming up, these 2 dates will be canceled, which means that this is the only one on December 16th, USA time. 8 p.m. Eastern, okay? This will be our final one. And right here is when people can read all about it. And once they register right down here for the actual webinar, you will get tagged with this particular promotion. And anytime somebody then goes to groovefunnels.com and sign up, you, of course, will get credit. Okay, so all of that is super, super cool. This is your first step in making sure that you will be able to promote this particular webinar. Okay, so going back to the promotional tools, a couple of sessions ago, if we go back here, you may have seen, if you had seen that particular episode of Groove at Any Time, if you go to swipes, you will see that the very first swipe file that we did create for you, and we will continue to add more over the next couple of weeks until the actual launch of the 2021 different types of promotions for the webinar. You will see additional swipe files after that. However, in the meantime, you can come to live webinar over here under the swipe files, and you will see an email that has already been pre-written for you. So what I recommend, again, if you haven't already, if you have a list, if you have subscribers, or if you have email addresses of people whom you normally would be emailing, maybe associates, maybe colleagues, maybe on a business standpoint, well, what you can do is you can come to this particular swipe file and you can either copy and paste, or maybe you can model after what is already here and send this out to your people. The good news and the cool thing about using this particular tool right here within the actual promo tools is when you go all the way to the bottom, you will see that your email, not your email address, but your affiliate link is already included. Okay, it's already inserted within the email, and so is your name. So in theory, you could just copy and paste this entire thing and just send it out if you want. I don't recommend it. If you go back and watch my session of Groove at Any Time on the training of the swipe file, you would probably hear me say that it is recommended that you just simply use this as a template, maybe model after it, rewrite it in your own words, change some things around so it's not exactly the way that it is, and you're actually speaking it and sending this in your own voice. That is much higher recommended. Okay, so take a look back at that training if you haven't already. But basically, the training, the content, the swipe files that you see over here is much more geared towards helping you to have something to send out to your prospects. Okay, so once you have that, you can go ahead and use it. Now, today, because in lieu of everything that we don't yet have for you. Okay, we don't have blog reviews ready. We don't have articles ready. We don't even have press releases or anything else ready. No graphics, no ads, no anything. One thing that I can think of that would definitely help you to get the word out rather quickly is to simply leverage on your social media. Okay, now if you click through to social media, you would probably see that right now we also don't have any different types of postings or messages ready for you in relation to promoting this particular webinar. Okay, so on this particular session of Groove at Any Time, I want to give you what we call a surprise bonus. If you like surprises, type in a yes inside of the comments, type in a yes, and I will give you some surprise bonuses so that you are actually able to use some social media pre-written content to put onto your own Facebook, your own LinkedIn, your own Twitter, your own Instagram, your own whatever, Pinterest, what have you, and use this as a way to preliminarily, if that's even a word, send out some promotions for yourself and hopefully get some leads for this week's final webinar of the year. Okay, so before I actually get into that, let's go ahead and check out some of these comments that are coming in. I understand that it's in the middle of the night in the US right now for Roy. You're probably on the West Coast somewhere, 1:23 a.m. Thank you for joining us. So we're not really expecting a huge crowd, but at any given time, we could go on live. And if you want to share this with your fellow Groovesters, tell them to watch the replay. I highly recommend that you do that so that all of us can benefit from this as well. Rob is saying there's so much advanced marketer content in Anytime. We should rename the interviews to Anytime Peep Shows. Very funny. Yes, we try to include a lot of things from beginner to intermediate, maybe to even advanced levels here and there, because we want to make sure that there's something for everybody, but at the same time, not be too underwhelming and not be too overwhelming either. So we want this to be for anybody at any time. Hopefully anyone, regardless of your expertise level as a marketer, you can still find value in what we share. So thank you very much, Rob, for sharing that with us. We got Daniel saying this will be mind-blowing. Thank you very much. We're always excited to hear comments like that because we want to make sure that you, of course, are getting value. Rob is saying, woohoo, more free promo tools. Tail is wagging. Very funny. Tuan, our superstar from just a couple of days ago. Yo, what's up, Simon? This is good. Thank you very much, Tuan, for your continued support and everything else. We got great responses from your session from this past weekend. So let's definitely plan on getting back together once again sometime soon. People are excited to hear more from you. You got Johan Ka saying good advice. Thank you very much. Rob is saying hell yes. Yes, Roy is saying yes, and lots of smiley faces. All right, very cool. So there we go. Let's go on and continue to do that. Now, I don't really know the best way to send this to you because there's, as I mentioned, there's only one final webinar of 2020, which means that it doesn't make sense for us to put these templates directly in the promo tools that you see over here. So instead of doing that, I'm probably just going to remove this for a while so that you can see me again, because right now we're not going to be showing you any of that. I'm going to copy this pre-written piece of text, okay, and I am going to paste this into the comments. Now, one thing that you need to know before I actually post this is that depending on where you're watching us from, maybe it's in a Facebook group, maybe it's on a Facebook page, maybe it's on YouTube, maybe it's on Twitch, this particular comment may not always show up on wherever it is that you might be watching, okay? So if for whatever reason, let's say, for example, you're inside our group and you're watching this and it's not showing up for whatever reason, well, here's the thing. What you can do is you can go to facebook.com/groovefunnels or facebook.com/groove apps, or maybe our YouTube channel, and go there because that's where it's going to be pasted. And if you happen to be watching this right now, and let's say you want to you want to copy and paste it back into another section where it can help our fellow Groovesters, then definitely you're highly recommended to do so. For the time being, I'm just going to paste this for you right now. Watch the replay of this video if necessary so that you can rewind it, pause it, wherever it is that you can, and then just retype this out as just a final resort, okay? So what I have right here is I've pre-written not one, not two, but 3 social media swipe files that you can use to promote this final webinar of the year. So here is the first one. I'm going to paste this into any one of our sessions right here. Okay, and on Groove Digital, our page, it looks like this is actually being sent. Okay, so Groove Funnels. Go to facebook.com/Groove Funnels. This is where you'll see the Facebook page. And once you're there, you will see in the comments this particular message inside of the comments. Okay. And it looks something like this. Don't miss the final webinar of the year. This may be your last chance to grab your free lifetime account before it becomes a monthly subscription. Learn more about how you can join us for life now and insert your affiliate link here. Okay, again, you can use it as is. You can copy and paste, or you can model after it and put it in your own voice. Regardless, it is up to you. Okay, so if for whatever reason you don't see this in any one of the comments on any one of the pages or groups or channels that you're watching us right now, come back to this video later on, pause it where it is right now, and simply retype this out. Okay, it's right there on the screen for you, so that it gives you ample time to actually send this out. So that is template number 1. Okay, the swipe file for your social media number 1. Here is the second one. Okay, and I'm gonna send this out right now. And as soon as it shows up, I am going to highlight it. That's not it. There you go. Okay, this is the actual template. Hey, just wanted to let you know about this final session of the year that explains how you can join our awesome digital marketing for free. Okay, you can actually put digital marketing course or digital marketing community or digital marketing training, whatever it is that you feel makes the most sense for you as well as your members. Okay, finally, training, software, and resources included. Register to learn more before this offer expires. Insert your affiliate link here. In fact, I think it probably sounds a little bit better if we put in awesome digital marketing community. So I'm going to go ahead and really quickly make a change to that. I'm going to copy this again, and I'm going to paste it into the comments a second time so that you will be able to copy this appropriately. Okay, so for here, we've made the change. Hey, just want to let you know about this final session of the year that explains how you can join our awesome digital marketing community for free. Training, software, and resources included. Register to learn more before this offer expires, and then insert your affiliate link here. How do you insert your affiliate link? Well, again, you go back to groovejv.com, go to the link section, and get that affiliate link from the fourth link down. Okay, so make sure that you go back there and see that. Again, you can rewind this video to see more of that. So that is swipe file number 2. Finally, we have swipe file number 3. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this into the comments section so that you are able to see this not only live, but also directly on your particular screen as well. If you happen to be on our page and it looks something like this, as 2020 comes to a close, I want to invite you to one last session before the year ends. You see, I've been a part of this awesome online community the past few months, or the past several months, or for the past year, depending on how long you've actually been a part of this community. And I must say, I learned a lot and even got a bunch of free software and training out of it. If you want to join me and make 2021 even better, you can learn more at this final session that I was telling you about. Register for free and then again, insert your affiliate link here. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Those are the 3 different ones that we have for you today. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If it was, let me know in the comments so that we know that this is something that we can continue to share with you later on down the line. And by the way, I think if you are just joining us, just like all of our friends, we got Sandesh saying hello. We got Sotiris also saying yes. And then Roy is also saying yes. Make sure that you let me know that you are here. Otherwise, we're just gonna leave without acknowledging or saying goodbye to you. And that would be very, very sad. Okay, so with all of that, I hope that this was helpful to you. And for today, because I do have another session going on later, this is gonna be a wrap in terms of the training that I have for you, as well as the resources and the bonuses. So hopefully that was helpful to you in the little time that we had as we wrap up. I do want to give you one final reminder that yes, our final webinar of the year is happening this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So regardless of whatever time zone you might be, okay, make sure that you do the appropriate calculations, adjustments, because that is when our session is going to go live. Please make sure that you invite as many people as you can using social media or using email or using any other strategies that you might want to use in order for you to get as many people as you can to this webinar, because as the final webinar of 2020, you can be sure we're going to go all out and ensure that this is going to be absolutely awesome. And just as I mentioned, the reason why this is going to be the final session is because we have a brand new launch promotion that is going to get more announced into detail later on this week. But if you want to find out more preliminary information about that, again, go to groovejv.com to learn more. And just to share with you how that page looks like again, this is groovejv.com. You will be able to learn all about this promotion right here. Okay, so with all of that, make sure that you come back here and check everything out, because it's going to be an exciting announcement that I'm sure you want to be a part of. Also, make sure you get into the habit of taking action. Even though we say this is going to be the last one of the year, some of you might be thinking, well, if it's the last one of the year, maybe I'll wait until next year. Maybe I'll do something else. The thing is, by the time January comes around, it will happen a lot sooner than you think. Before you know it, the new year is going to be upon us. Before you know it, all of the new webinars are going to get launched again. And so I want to be sure that you get into the habit of taking action, so that by the time we do come back, you are already used to taking action and you are going to promote the heck out of this webinar come next year. All right. Now, with all of that, yes, we do have some bigger and better plans for you in January with all new enhancements to this webinar. So stay tuned for that. But as we always say, there is no better time than right now, unless you're talking about yesterday. Okay. So if you want to be a part of everything that we're doing, not just on the outside, not just taking advantage of everything that we are producing for you, but also in addition to that, you want to be a part of the insiders team. You want to be a part of everything that I do. You want to be a part of these live sessions. You want to do some of the collabs that we have already started to launch, which I'll talk to you more about in our next session. Basically, if you want to be a part of the leadership team, the insiders team, and you also want to contribute to fellow Groovesters, then make sure that you express your interest in another one of our initiatives called the Groove Team, which you can learn more about by going to grooveover.to, grooveover2/team, the link that you see on this page right now. This is yet another one of your official invitations to actually join us, because I want to make sure that you're able to be a part of everything that we do. Okay, so go ahead and do that. It is going to be super exciting, and it's going to be something that I believe all of us will be able to accomplish. All right, so Roy is saying thank you so much. Thank you as well. Sotiris is saying thank you. Bye. Goodbye to you. Roy is saying thank you. So thank you to Mr. Roy as well. Roy is asking, how about using Groove with WordPress? You can always link out to any one of your sites, including a WordPress site if you want to. But if you're talking about Groove Vlog, that will be coming up as a product launch also very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Rob is saying, just put all 3 into my social vortex. Let's see what happens. Don't be lazy, people. You see, it took a whole 4 minutes for all 3 swipes. Yeah, it takes a whole lot longer for me to actually think about it, write it down, and explain everything to you. But of course, once we already have that, which we do, you can use it to really quickly leverage on it to promote as much as you can. Okay, Sendesh is saying, I am getting signups. Hope I will get sales soon. Thank you very much for promoting. Sendesh, definitely get more and more signups. You will get sales. Absolutely. Because if you ask me, Groove sells itself. If you don't, it's most likely because your members don't know too much about it. Maybe they're on a budget. Maybe they're lacking some live demo or lacking some guidance or instruction. Send them over to the webinar, okay? That will help to alleviate all kinds of objections that they have, and it is designed to help you to get those sales. So make sure, Sendesh, that you get them onto the webinar. Watch this entire replay of this video again if you need to, because we're gonna make sure that we do what we can to help get those conversions for you as well. Peace by Meditation is saying yes. Thank you very much. Roy is saying wash hands. Actually, that's some type of an emoji, I believe. We obviously cannot see what that emoji is. It's probably something like this or clapping or something. I don't know. Something with washing hands, but washing hands is also very important, but we're not going to get into it, all that today. Okay, so we got the brave punk, no, the brave monk, sorry, saying planning. Sweet, thank you very much. And then we also have Helen saying good information. So great. I'm glad that it was helpful to you. For all of you who are watching us right now, whether it's on the live or on the replay, make sure that you take fast action on everything that we are talking to you about here today, because it is geared towards helping you. And as I mentioned, of course, there's only one final webinar of 2020, and that is happening this coming week. So don't miss the chance for you to promote that. Don't miss the chance for you to express that urgency to all of your people, because that is going to be something super, super powerful that you can be using to promote this week's webinar. Make sure that you take action. If there's anything that you need to review, such as how to get your links, what's available at groovejv.com, and everything else, make sure that you watch this video again. Make sure that you watch the replay, pause the video. If you need to rewind it, do over, because we have a lot of golden nuggets here that is all designed for you to take fast action and get your results, hopefully make some sales by this week, or at the very least before the year is over. So make sure that you do that. And we will continue to share with you some additional content every single step of the way. So we're a global community. We have many people from all kinds of time zones in all around the world. For me, it is the middle of the day. It's about 3:48 p.m., which means that I am about to call it a day. I need to prepare for my webinar later on, and I got so many other things that I need to be doing, including creating other resources to help you as well. So you're welcome. In the meantime, be sure to tune in later on, maybe in a couple of days, when we talk to you some additional training content right here at Groove at any time. So have a great day. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good middle of the night, wherever you might be. And on behalf of the entire Groove team and myself, we look forward to catching you on the next show. Cheers, enjoy, and don't forget, promote that webinar. You gotta get into the groove.